Some of the people say that the Wuhan lab taking the database offline in September was suspicious. On the other hand, they're saying, look, the Wall Street Journal reported that in November, several workers at the Wuhan lab got sick. Does either or both of those things, the reported illness or the database going offline, play a big role in your level of confidence that it was a lab leak?
It definitely adds to it. Yeah, like each of the small increments adds to the probability of the lab leak being higher than the zoonotic scenario. And definitely more so this intel piece on these three, not just random workers of the Wuhan Institute of Virology. These are people from the Shi Zhengli lab, at least like the names leaked to the press, very active members. Ben Hu is a hugely active member of the Zhengli Shi laboratory. He created a reverse genetic system for bat coronavirus. He did a lot of sampling together with GIABR, the Guangdong Institute of Applied Biological Research. They did sampling in Laos, and he thanked them for helping sample viruses for the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And then, of course, the intelligence community came out with their assessment once Biden put on the law to declassify stuff. And they actually downplayed this intel about the three staffers, and they never named them in the ultimate version of the report. And they said, oh, well, their symptoms are consistent with any kind of respiratory illness, maybe even allergy. And this is actually something interesting for me, because initial reports said that the symptoms they had was one of them loss of smell. And this is a very characteristic symptom of earlier strains of COVID. But of course, this could also happen because of an allergy, or just something like you can have a partial loss of smell, or just congestion can be deemed to be a cause of loss of smell. And so you can always kind of twist it. And it seemed that the intelligence community didn't really want to put a lot of blame on China at the time, and they're trying to downplay the lab leak hypothesis. So maybe that's why they didn't release any names, and then they kind of downplayed that intel. But if the intel is actually legit, if it's indeed the three people named in the press, one of them is Ben Hu, who had the earlier symptoms, or even went to the hospital and had x-rays and had symptoms consistent with COVID early on, like October or November, this is a huge, huge increase in the odds of the lab leak hypothesis in my book.